This conference will now be recorded.
I want to make sure I know it's late. I know you're probably about to go to bed here at some point, right? 10 o'clock there?
Yeah, it's like 10:53, yeah, in a little bit.
Oh,
Not,
wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm kind of always up. Yeah, I don't have much to do tomorrow, so it's fine.
Okay. Well, cool. You got rocking the KU sweatshirt, I see.
Oh yeah, rock chalk. Yep, gotta always wear rocking it.
That is right. So I appreciate you taking the time to do this. Like I said, I know you. What are you doing in Italy? Are you playing in Italy?
Yeah, I'm playing over here. I've been over here since October, so.
Okay, very good. How you like it so far? Have you been there before?
I've been here maybe 6 years ago. Played here 6 years ago, but it's cool. I mean, it's different now, just the pandemic and everything. So, I mean, I've really experienced like a shutdown here. Like in the States, like it's like, oh yeah, it's shut down, but here it's like they are serious. Like it's everything closes at 6. Like it's nothing still open. Everything is takeaway. The malls are closed on the weekends.
Wow.
So on the weekdays are open. So everyone's working on the weekdays. So they're open. So they're open. But when everyone's off on the
Yeah.
weekends, they're closed. Yeah.
Man, so it's like nothing to do there then. You literally are just
It's
closed.
really nothing to do. It's really nothing to do. Like I literally just go to the gym, home, grocery store. That's really it. Like if you want to go, out to eat, everything's takeaway. I basically kind of like had like my nails and feet done today, and I was just kind of, I was scrounging around for that. But other than that, it's everything closes at 6 o'clock, and we have practice from 6 to 8. So it's kind of like everything's closed when we're done. So
Wow. Crazy,
yeah.
crazy times we're in. Crazy
Mhm.
times. So let me go ahead and jump into it and get it going. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pat Brown. I'm a financial advisor in Lawrence, Kansas with Edmonds Duncan Investment Advisors. Played football at the University of Kansas a number of years ago. Played outside linebacker and was a starter for 3 years. Loved my time there. Loved the people there. Became very passionate about financial literacy for student athletes, which led me down this path to interview former student athletes with the hopes that current student athletes can learn from the successes and failures. Um, so today I have Danielle McCray, Rock Chalk, who played here. You played basketball. And
Mhm.
real quick before we dive into it, I just want to read the definition of financial literacy because I think a lot of student athletes have a connotation of what it means and that it means bad things. So, financial literacy is a possession of a set of skills and knowledge that allows an individual to make informed and effective decisions with all of their financial resources. And I always liken it to being a student athlete because the habits that we have and form as a student athlete are very much similar to that dealing with financial resources. So I think if we can just help student athletes build on those habits, the better off they'll be. So, having said that, Danny McCray, thank you for joining me, and again, I appreciate
Mhm.
your time. Um, had a
No
chance to
problem.
cyber stalk you. Did pretty good for yourself here at KU, huh?
I could say, yeah, I think so.
Yes, you did. So you're the highest draft pick that KU's ever had for women's basketball, huh?
Mhm.
So you went
Yeah.
seventh. Who did you go to? Selected seventh. Wow, that is
Yeah, to
okay.
Connecticut. Uh-huh.
Okay. So then all state as in high school. Then you played 2009 World University Games, which you guys got a gold medal for, right?
Yep. Mhm.
Crazy. Good job. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, so then I guess to kind of dive into it, if you can kind of go back to your freshman and sophomore year, uh, did anybody ever talk to you about budgeting, savings, credit, either whether at home or at the university?
Not at the university. I mean, I just had my mom, just from family, but I definitely it was nothing really about budgeting, saving, anything, and it kind of hit you when you get into the real world. So I've been lucky enough to learn about it, through my mom and everything. I've always asked questions because she's big on credit. So when I was actually in college, she was, hey, like, apply for this credit card, I just think my first thing was like some rims for my car, and I paid that off. So it literally was crazy. Like, I got approved. As soon as I got approved, I bought it, and then I paid it off right away to start. That's my first thing to help my credit. So, and then she helps me now. Like, I'm the authorized user on some of her stuff. So she helped me a lot. And at first I didn't know. I feel like I'm still learning. I do actually some Clubhouse. It's like this app called Clubhouse. So I'm on there like with people about credit and things like that for some business credit that I want to get. But through college, I mean, it was just go to class and put the ball in the basket. That was it for me. And then I really didn't know anything about budgeting and everything until I, went through my first checks overseas. So he had a
Wow.
double
Yeah.
MBA.
So yeah, that was again a similar experience with a lot of student athletes. Same thing with me. I grew up on Westco Beach, and you can apply for a credit card and get a free T-shirt and a pack of Skittles. I don't know if it was the same thing when you were
Yeah.
there, but they made it really easy for you.
Yeah.
And I didn't necessarily know, kind of like how you just mentioned, how your mom kind of helped you out there. I didn't know. We just didn't know and understand it. So um, good job by your mom. That's awesome. Um,
hmm
so then, as far as some of the decisions that you made about money while you're in college, was it more or less trial and error?
Yeah, for sure it was. I mean, we would get our scholarship checks, and I would just go buy shoes and groceries. That's really it. I mean, I was really living check to check. So I mean, as soon as that money came in, like, we all would go to Oak Park Mall and just buy some shoes and then have money for groceries. So, and then when that's gone, wait for the next month. So.
I hear you. I hear you. Again, same thing with
So
me. Back,
we had the freshest shoes though.
yeah, you gotta get your shoes. You gotta get your kicks. Um, so what was the worst financial decision you made when you were in college, and what was the best, if you had any?
College. I mean, the worst I would say is just shoes. Like, I didn't buy anything, and I mean, that's my worst. Like, and then the best was probably shoes. Like, I didn't do anything with my money in college at all. So,
Yeah.
actually, no, I did. Actually, I think my junior year, I bought a car. Yeah, I did.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but it was helpful for my mom too. So she helped me, but I was just paying my payments with that. So yeah,
Cool. Cool. Cool.
so I bought a car.
So then looking back on college, and it's kind of, I think, might have just touched on, but looking back, what do you wish you would have done different in regards to dealing with your money, if anything?
Establishing my credit early, finding investments, um, picking people's brains, finding something that makes sense that's essential in the world right now. Early in college, I think that's something that I would want to learn early, like just investing super early. Like, you just hear people now, like 22, 23, investing in things, and like, so just looking at different, like I said, different investments, and establishing credit really, really early.
Yeah, no doubt. Um, so how have the habits that you formed in college affected life after college, or has it?
As far as money, financially,
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, just decision that you made.
yeah. So financially, I think, I mean, in the beginning, it kind of just showed me like, hey, like, money comes and goes quick. So I mean, then it's just kind of like, buying a new car and everything. So it's just kind of like I was made sure, okay, just more discipline. Like, this money goes towards my car payment, this goes to where food, and then whatever's left over is, for whatever. So I would think it, and then rolling over to my just professional uh, career, I think it helped me as far as knowing the discipline, but also having that much more money. It was just like, okay, well, I have way more money to do whatever I want to do with it, rather than
Yeah,
putting more money into the savings. Like, I
yeah,
paid for everything, but then I had a lot of money to do whatever. So it was just like, all right, but so that's kind of what, just the discipline, I would say.
awesome, awesome. And so then,
hmm
what are some of the pitfalls you wish, or that you would think or hope that your story could prevent the young student athletes out there? What would you say to them?
I would say just find something that you're really passionate about early. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like if like for me, like all I thought about was basketball, and I didn't think about other things like if you got injured or anything else like that. So I think it took me to get injured to really tap into my business side of things because now I own a truck repair shop. I own two trucks that I have on the road now. So and then I have other little small businesses as well. So it's just like, but it took me to get injured to really find out to tap into that business side. So now like I'm here, like I'm in Italy. I'm making, money from my basketball. Then I have money from my truck shop, and then also my trucks that's on the road. So I have, just different incomes coming in. So just really find something that you want to do, like, which is basketball. If you want to play basketball, football, whatever sport it may be, but also use that money that you make to invest in other things. That way, like your money is working for you while you're like I'm still playing basketball. So whenever you have to transition into the real world after basketball, your transition is going to be super smooth. I know a lot of people that their transition is hard because all they think about is basketball, or football, whatever sport they may play. And then when it's over with, or they don't get the phone call anymore, it's like, what's next? So just try to put yourself in a position to where your transition from basketball to real life is super smooth, and you won't have much headache or depression or all the mental things you may feel from trying to adapt to that new life after your pro life.
Boy, that brings a tear to my eye. Oh my goodness. Woo,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I mean, for
Yeah.
someone that young to, I guess, already know that or come to that conclusion. I mean, it's just a lot of people don't realize that. And again, for you to this young, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, you should be doing these interviews. I mean, that's great. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw I have several people like always trying to talk to me and interview and everything. But when I saw your title, I'm very interested. Like, I really want to speak to people, and like this is kind of right up my alley. Like, I kind of want to have create like an investment group type thing, financial literacy type thing for professional athletes and also obviously student athletes. I think it'll be good to talk to them as well, but I don't think it'll resonate with them until they actually start making them money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and that's why I kind of like, if maybe once I establish this company, go to the WNBA, and whenever the rookies come in, like, hey, I'm here to help, but I know you're a rookie and this is the most money you've ever seen, so holler at me in a year or two because I know you're going to come back to me, because I know that's how I was too. Like, my first year, I didn't want to hear nothing. I was just, buying everything that I wanted. And then that second, third year is just like, all right, what could I do? So I really want to reach those student athletes because I feel like I was a testament for everything because I was at, my highest career, like a highest playing career. And then I had, I tore my Achilles. So it kind of pushed me back. And then my money kind of went down from there. So my lifestyle kind of changed and I had to adapt differently. So that made me become into more business savvy. And I'm like, literally, like, if I'm not playing basketball, I'm on my computer doing something business. Like, it's crazy. Like, my days go by so much because I'm just so busy. Emails, phone calls.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking for another investments right now. I want to invest some more money into some things. So I've been on the phone today with, like I said, in the meetings. It's just trying to find multiple streams of income. I already have 3 right now, so I'm trying to get, 3 or 4 more, but so.
It's the same thing. So you're just the competitive. I can just see it in your face. Being that competitive, always hustling, always grinding. It's a direct
Always.
correlation.
Yeah, always. Just because I feel like the things I do here, like I'm only practicing for 2 hours a day. And then, I want to, whenever I'm finished playing basketball, like kind of, have that same shift to where I'm not working as much. Like
Right.
I don't want to go into the basketball world again. I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to be a trainer. I just, want to do something different. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Awesome.
set myself up for it.
Yeah. Well, so and you kind of already touched on this because this is now we're bonus round questions, but because of the fact that you made it to the next level of the league, that was the question. How did making that much more money how'd you deal with that? I think you kind of touched on, you had somewhat your, understanding a good foundation, but you can kind of elaborate on that a little bit more.
Once I started making the money, then that's when I kind of just was able to, just leverage it differently, like just put it in different things. And I bought my second year out, I bought my house, I bought a car right away. My mom was just like, look, buy these things first. And I did that. And then all my teammates was like, why are you buying a house? You're never going to be in it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you're right. Like, I was literally playing in the summer in Connecticut. And then I would have 2 weeks at my brand new house that I just built. And then I'm overseas. So I'm literally just paying for 2 weeks, But once I got hurt, it was like, cool, I have a house, I have a car. Like, I have these things to where I'm not trying to scramble up some money when my career is over to purchase a house that I want, because my money is already gone for shoes and bags and clothes. So my mom made me do that really early in my career when, I was at my peak point. So that helped. And then it just, like I said, it just helped you leverage and hey, oh, let me try this idea. Let me put some money in this, like, or, like savings. Like I'm a risk taker, so I'm going to put it in something. So see what it does.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to get your mom on this. My goodness. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
She's
big on it too, like kind of like, making good decisions, but she's not a risk taker. So like you can just only imagine, like, do this. And then I'd be like, Mom, I want to do this, buy this. And then it's just like, I can't even listen to her because she's not a risk taker at all. I'd be like, give me $5, I'll turn it into 1,000. And she'd be like, no. So we're different on that end, but as far as just the basics, essential thing is like, she really helped me. Yeah.
Awesome. So then, and again, you kind of touched throughout the interview, but just kind of tell everybody what you've been doing now, from pro to businesses. Kind of go from there and wrap it up.
Yeah. So basically, right now I am in Italy playing basketball. I'm in my 11th year playing overseas professionally. I've been to 8 different countries. And also while I'm over here, I also have 2 companies. It's called DNS Truck Repair, which we repair 18-wheeler trucks. So from engine rebuilds to oil changes, tires, everything, we have that in Atlanta. And also I just purchased 2 trucks. So I have trucks on the road that's going from Atlanta to South Carolina, Atlanta to Savannah, just delivering loads. So I want to get like maybe 2 more trucks. So I have like 4 to 5 trucks and then rolling, and then just looking for other things too. So that's kind of, and I also have a investment company. It's called Global FX. So I trade the foreign exchange markets as well. So I have about 42 students that I train how to do the markets. So I'm on my charts all the time too. So, and I teach as well. So
look at you.
Yeah, I got a lot going. I'm nonstop.
Nonstop. That's awesome.
Something gotta hit.
Oh, it definitely will. The way that you're going, I don't doubt it one bit. So, well, listen, I appreciate your time. And like I said, I know you're busy, and taking the time out to do this means a lot. So hopefully we have some, student athletes listening and watching, and continue to do what you do.
Yeah, no problem. I'm always here. If anyone, want to talk or have some questions for the student athletes, I will feel free to, reach out to me, and I'll give you everything I've got and how I've, failed in the business and been successful in the business as well.
Awesome. You need to write a book. I know that's what you're probably going to do next.
I know, I really do, because my story is quite interesting. It's very interesting. Like 4 huge surgeries, like, and I'm still playing. Yeah, so 2 ACLs, Achilles, and like some little small stuff on my, joints and stuff like that. But I'm still going. So I think I really will. Just kind of like a perseverance, like, and then like transitioning, from basketball to business, and then being a woman in the trucking business as well, a Black female woman in the trucking business. So that's huge as well.
That's crazy. So when I saw that on Facebook that you had
Hmm.
started that, I was kind of blown away because obviously not knowing you, but you just don't see many black women fixing
Right.
semi trucks. How did that even come
Yeah.
about?
I don't actually
Not
fix them. I
fixing,
just
but
oversee it. But yeah,
yeah.
my dad actually has been a diesel mechanic for 20 something years, and driven trucks for about 10 years. So he's
Okay.
always been in the business. And every time I come up from overseas, I'll be like, hey, let me go have like a dad-daughter day at his job. And just watching him, like every time I used to go in the shop, it was like my dad's name is Steve. So like, Steve, I need help. Steve. Everyone's asking him, for his help, like everything. And just watching him go there day in and day out, like opening the shop, closing the shop, working for someone else. I'm like, I'm about to buy a building and we're going to start our own company. And one day I just went out looking for buildings and I found it. I didn't tell him. And I was like, hey, I put my deposit down on it, and then I texted him right after I did. I said, "Hey, I put my deposit down. You can't say no. Like you have to put in your 2 weeks notice." And then he was like, "Really?" And so basically, I forced him out of that
Wow.
situation. And ever since then, like he's just been his own boss. Like he runs everything. Like I answer the phone calls while I'm over here sometimes to help him. But when I'm in Atlanta, like I go to the office and like write the invoices and everything. But he's really just running it himself. And
Sweet.
and yeah, so
That's awesome.
so yeah, and every since I got into I had this truck shop for 6 years now, and every time I have like a client coming in, like, you don't have any trucks, you don't put no trucks on the road. They're like, that's the best thing, like owning a truck, and then being the mechanic as well is like that's a plus, because most
Twofold.
like 70% of your stuff goes towards your repairs. So why not own your truck and then you can fix it yourself? You're saving so much money. So it's like, you know what, let me do that. So then I kind of, did some research on trucking, and it's very lucrative and it's easy on my end. So I
Sweet.
found a good some good drivers, so they've been rolling for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
good deal. All right. Well, I'll let you get going. Again, thanks. And definitely, if there's anything we can do, let us know.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Rock chalk.
Right, Chuck. All right, bye bye.
Bye-bye.